Gottlieb Target Alpha, there's always a problem where people drop this target and it doesn't score, or maybe they drop this one. These are the two outside drop targets that when the ball goes in the out hole, it scans for them, and you should get 1,000 points for each one, and you'll hear it. This is how it should work. I'm gonna basically simulate a ball going in the out hole with my finger. Now just listen. There was 1, 2, and then it tries to kick the ball over the shooter lane. But you heard it, the 2 bells. So we got our 2,000 points, 1 for each target down. That's how it should be, but a lot of times it doesn't work, and the question is why. It all comes down to this little unit right here. This is the scan unit. This is what scans for the drop targets being down. This is a drop target bank. There's 2 switches for each drop target. The one closest to this metal frame is the one that actually allows the scan to happen, and the top one is just for the light bulb. As you can see when I press on the top one, that just signifies that the drop target is down by the light. Both of those need to close when a drop target comes down. Like over here, you can see the switch move as I move the drop target in and out. Okay, so both those switches obviously need to be closed. So I'm going to assume that you have that for this bank and for the little bank. Otherwise the scan won't work. So the big question is why the position of this thing. A lot of people get overzealous and these 3 screws loosen up and they move this thing into the wrong position. If you look here, you can see this leg right here is not on the first rivet. It's not on this rivet, not on the blue with yellow stripe rivet, but it's just on this yellow wire. And that confuses people because like this blue with the yellow wire essentially never gets used because the unit is reset all the way. It never touches that. Likewise, when it comes up here, the last step, this outside rivet actually goes past the blue wire. But that's the way it has to be. If your unit is not in this position, you will not get the proper scoring. Here is the unit improperly adjusted so that this first rivet is actually touching, or this first snowshoe is touching the first rivet, the blue with the yellow. And when it comes all the way up, it comes right to there and stop, which makes a lot of sense. You would think that's how it would be, like this rivet lines up with the blue, but this is actually incorrect. And to demonstrate, I still have the 2 drop targets down, that one and this one. So when I hold the out hole and it scans, we should get 2,000 points, but we're not gonna. We're only gonna get 1,000. Listen, there was your 1,000, but you only got it. Here, I'll do it again. You can hear the bell only once. One more time. And then that's the out hole trying to kick the ball over. So you can see that this is the incorrect position. Now I'll switch it back to the correct position. So now I have this disc positioned correctly by loosening these 3 screws and turning it. And again, this outside snowshoe is touching the yellow wire, which is the second rivet. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to close the out hole up here manually and listen for the 2 bells as this thing scans. Hear it? We got the 2. We got both those outside targets. The first and last targets. So this is how this unit needs to be positioned. So you can see it actually scans past the blue wire, and when it's reset, it touches the second rivet. This outside snowshoe touches the second rivet, not the first. So I hope that's helpful for everybody with a Target Alpha, because this is one thing that everybody gets wrong on this game. And I know it doesn't make any sense, but this is just how it is.